Going into last March, my life was great. I had really good friends and was preparing for my track season and loving living on campus at Lehigh. The freedom and independence of college was amazing, and I really felt myself succeeding. But that all changed when the news came that the coronavirus pandemic was forcing schools to shut down everywhere, including Lehigh. I was told that I had to move out of my dorm and that my track season was canceled. It was really frustrating working so hard for something and have it taken away just like that. I was pretty lost. I wasn't sure what to do with my life because it was so different. One thing that helped me get through quarantine was thinking short term instead of long term, taking it each day at a time. That is why getting into a routine was so important to me. It was really difficult for me to keep going in my track workouts because it just reminded me of the season being canceled. It was really difficult, but I decided that I would find exercise in new ways. Working out is something that makes me happy and can't be taken away from me, so knowing that I have control in that aspect of my life made me feel more comforted in this time. Because this was difficult for my mental health, I decided to focus on enjoying the exercises while still getting good physical results. That's why I got into a routine of biking, yoga, and then doing ab work. I couldn't control the pandemic, but I could control my response to it. And getting into a routine of doing this almost every day gave me a sense of stability in my life that I was looking for at the time. First, I would bike to Adams Rickey Park, which is right near my house. This park is a special meaning to me because it's where I spent most of my childhood. Whether it was playing on the playground, soccer games, summer camp, or manhunt with my friends, I was there almost every day growing up. Now that I'm older, I still find the park just as useful and enjoy biking on the paths, listening to music, and just gathering my thoughts. The next stop on my bike ride was the abandoned road, which is one of my favorite spots in town. Even though the world was in chaos, whenever I was on that road, I felt at peace. It was quiet and seemed unaffected by the pandemic. The road was once the main road of our town, filled with hundreds of cars each day, but now sits empty. It reminded me of the once full and energetic campus at Lehigh, now sitting empty as well. I wanted nothing more than to be at school during quarantine. I missed my friends and I missed the college experience. I knew that was out of my control, however, so all I could do at the time was enjoy my bike ride on a cool road. Next, I would come home to do yoga. In this video, I'm actually at school, and my friend Ian's leg is in the frame, but it gets the idea across. After thinking a lot on the bike ride, yoga was the perfect way to shut those thoughts out and just focus on the breath. I talk a lot in this video of being present in the moment, and I would say that yoga has helped teach me that. I always feel very refreshed after a yoga session, and it's also a killer workout. Yoga has also taught me the mentality behind exercise and life as well. Sometimes things are really hard, but the only thing that matters is your outlook. In yoga, you do planks, push-ups, and difficult stretches, but you are talked through it and told to focus on your breath, distracting from what is actually happening. With COVID, I find it best to be aware of the situation, but by distracting myself with the positive in my life, I'm able to stay happy. I have to thank quarantine for getting me into yoga, because I'm sure that I would not have done it otherwise. The last thing to do was a few sets of abs. Having time away from track gave me the chance to focus on some of my weaknesses. An area that almost everybody can improve on is their core, so I decided to include abs in my routine every day. This is where I see quarantine as an opportunity to focus on things that you usually ignore. Because I had so much free time, I was able to do lots of abs and get my core stronger, and it also helped with the summer beach bod. Abs are very hard, and by the time I was done, I was sure that I couldn't move anymore. Giving it everything I had on my entire routine was a satisfying feeling. If you are living each day at a time and getting the most out of it that you can, it's hard to be unhappy with yourself. And that marks the end of my ritual. Now that I'm back in school, I'm much happier than when I was in the spring. Even though COVID is still here, I feel that I'm in a much better position to handle it. A ritual or routine is extremely important because it gives a sense of identity. I feel that I was able to express myself through this routine during a difficult time. Because of that, I've become much more in tune with myself. So even though there's lots of negativity in the world, quarantine has taught me that that doesn't have to be your reality. By taking things one step at a time and enjoying the little things, you can still be happy, even during a pandemic.